along with Fran Brown, the Orange will have a new quarterback. Kyle McCord transferred in from Ohio State after a season which saw him throw for nearly 3,200 yards and 24 touchdowns. Not too shabby. As a whole, Orange returned nearly 72% of their production, including many key players. Running back LaQuinn Allen, who can do a little bit of everything offensively, and defensive back, he can do a little bit of everything defensively, Justin Barron. Fadil Diggs, Justin Barron himself joining us now from Syracuse. Welcome, guys. I want to start with your head coach, since that's the first thing I just mentioned, and we had him on here earlier. Camden, New Jersey, yes, so you've known him for a long time. And for you, obviously, this was a change. I want to know how far you guys go back and what your first interactions were with Fran Brown.
So me and Coach Fran go back from 7th grade when he recruited me to go to Temple. He offered me as a freshman, and I just know the type of guy he is, like just getting to know him like that, so we go that far back.
Yeah, for me it was a little different, right? I was in that part of the indecision, right? Coach Babers just got let go, and we're in that area where I didn't know who the head coach was going to be, and then when he got hired, I was thinking about leaving just because I didn't know what was going to go on. And his first thing he said to me was, "Just give me a chance. Like, let me just get there and talk to you." And I did that, and it ended up being perfect.
Well, why was it perfect? What did he say that you can share, obviously? But what was attractive about this guy coming in that you have no idea who he is?
Just his vision, not only for me but for the program, and the vision was for right now, not like he had to build it up. It was he wanted to win. He wanted to win now, and he had everything in place to do that.
Yeah.
Fadil, I guess you're coming into a new locker room. You were a two-time captain at Texas A&M before. How's it been trying to earn the respect of the guys?
That was the first thing I wanted to do when I got in the locker room. Just the older guys like JB himself, Marlo Wax. Yeah. I wanted to earn the respect from them guys because they were leaders of this team, and I wanted to learn from them the things they did with this program and also give them some of my knowledge. So that was the big thing for me to learn how to earn their respect.
Justin, for you, man, you're a big guy, standing up next to you, about my height, 6'4", 230 pounds. Do you prefer to play in the deep third as a safety, or do you like to play in the box, or a little bit of both?
Wherever more plays are needed. Wherever the ball's going to end up more of that game, that's where I prefer to be. I feel like I got an advantage with my size and ability to be able to do both. And that versatility kind of helps me be able to be at an advantage outside the box, right? I can play on the perimeter, or if I move down in, it's just the same thing for me.
Diggs, one thing that was so apparent of Coach's vision, the things that he wanted to do, he wanted to go get monsters, big guys, and you're a part of that. Just what you bring, physicality, to this defensive line, but he also did it on the offensive line as well. How do you think that'll shape out? What do you like about that, adding teammates that are just physically dominant?
Yeah, so the game started up front. That's where it started at. So you gotta dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's what Coach Fran wanted to do, and that's what he's going to do, bringing in guys like myself and Deion Tank Wilson, just at Hastings also, just bringing in big guys up front. And the offensive line, he also brought in some big monsters, like you said. Savion Watson, he's 6'8", so he fit the scheme very well. Yeah. So just starting up front, that was a big thing for Coach Fran. I think he did great.
What are those battles like? I mean, it's like Clash of the Titans out there, man. What is it like?
A lot of headaches.
Baby car crashes, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. I see Deuce up there. How's it having Deuce back in the secondary?
It's awesome. My first couple of years there, he was there, and he was kind of the young guy on the block, right? Obviously stepped in that role and played great immediately. Yeah. Had that freshman All-American season, but just having him leave and come back, and all the knowledge that he has about the game, and he's a good guy to have in the locker room, right? Yeah. Like he brings that energy every day. He's kind of the funny guy, but he has the serious part when you need it. So just have him back in the safety room and the DB room specifically. Yeah, it helps us all gel as one.
Talking about that DB room, Garrett Williams, I saw you have a great relationship with him. How has he been a great resource for you?
I mean, yeah, it's probably one of the best resources I have. Having him get drafted and play DB too, it's kind of a relationship that I really do develop, and I talk to him every day. Wow. Just being able to pick his brain and what he sees now, I'll send him film and have him make corrections for me. Wow. Yeah. So just that, it's a really big advantage for me, and I'm really grateful for it. Yeah. And being able to be best friends with him still and have that relationship is really important for me. Wow.
You talk about relationships, Fadil. As far as when you were coming out of the portal, you guys get Kyle McCord too in the portal. I mean, you guys had a great portal class. Did you guys have conversations, or did you come on visits? Maybe not you specifically with Kyle, but like some other guys that came in the portal. Were you able to talk to each other and say, "Hey, man, we can make something special here at Syracuse"?
Yeah. So the first person I talked to was Elijah Clark. We both grew up in the same city, same neighborhood, and I asked him. I was like, "What would you think if we made this happen?" And then also with Kyle McCord, you know, we played 7-on-7 together, so we already had that chemistry.
Play some offense too?
Yeah, I play a little tight.
A little tight end. Got hands.
Got some packages.
Yeah, a little something.
Yeah, good, man. He's like, nah.
The watch is blinding me, man.
Yeah. Real
Like,
icy.
zoom
Real
in on
icy.
that watch. Hold that up
Show
for
that
everybody
ice
to
up.
see.
AP
man.
vibes, baby. You already know what time it is.
Texas
Yes, sir.
A&M money. France said, hey, it ain't happening here.
Looking good.
Nice,
Since you know a lot of these guys because you are from the Northeast, both of you are, but for you to come back home, what's it meant to you to be closer to home and near your family and your little brother on the team as well?
So family is everything to me. They was only able to come to a couple of my games when I was in Texas, but they'll be able to come to every game this year.
Oh, man.
Being 3 hours away from home. And my little brother is like, that's excited for me.
Yeah.
He was committed to Syracuse before I committed, so
cool.
I would say I followed him.
A little added pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure to come on.
Yeah.
That's
so.
amazing, man. I played with my brother and my brother-in-law, so I know how special that is and how amazing that is. Justin, we kind of brought up Kyle right there for a second, but I would love to have your perspective as a leader of this team. When a new face like that comes in, a quarterback comes in, he is probably expected to take on some leadership immediately. What was that like? What did it look like, and how did he serve the team right away?
Yeah, I'd say repeatedly that's like the biggest thing I've been impressed with Kyle. His ability to lead every day, no matter what. Like no matter what we're doing, we could be doing community service. He's the leader out there, and he's the guy we all kind of look to, right, for answers. He's the one breaking the huddle down. He's the one talking to us before team runs.
Yeah.
Anything like that. That's the most impressive part of his game, honestly.
Wow.
Bro, you brought up community service. You got the award, the team award for community service. Why is that so important to you?
Just growing up, right? I've been pretty privileged my whole life, and I'm very thankful for that, and it's a blessing. But being able to give back to the community, Syracuse it's a tough community, right? And being able to give back and serve them, and be a face of the community that they can see consistently, and be able to do that for them, it's important to me. And I know it matches up with Coach Fran's vision. So.
You said you grew up privileged, whatever. Where does the chip come from on your shoulder? Because I see you play, man. You play with anger and rage. Where does that come from?
Trying to prove myself. I started off at receiver, and I made the switch, and I was always kind of like, I was in that position battle for a little bit when I first made the switch. And once I got that spot, again, Garrett Williams comes in the picture. He was the one. He's like, you play too nice. Like, be mean. Like, you have to be a mean guy on the defensive side of the ball. And that's where I got it from, just watching him play.
How did you do that, though? I mean, that's hard, right? Because you obviously are who you are, and then you make that switch.
I mean, it comes with confidence, right?
Yeah.
When I first switched, it's like I thought I knew how to tackle, because in high school you just throw everyone around because you're bigger than everyone. But then you get here, and it's a little bit different. So it comes with experience, confidence, and most specifically last year, my safeties coach, Daryl Perkins, he did a really good job of instilling that confidence into me, and I'm forever thankful for him.
That's great.
Wow.
I can tell you from sidelining last year, anytime we had you guys and we'd go into coaches' meetings on the opposing team and we'd talk to people and they'd be like, what are you looking out for in Syracuse defense's 8? Wherever 8 is, that's what we got to watch out for. And they'll be watching out for you two now in Central New York. Fadil, Justin, thank you so much